Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Cecilia here. Today I'm in one of my favorite cities in the world, one of them, and it's called Baden-Baden. It's actually not a city, it's a town. It's a small lovely town, and I lived here 5 years ago before I started nursing school, and I remember I didn't used to like it that much when I was here. So it has been 5 years since I left this place, and I remember the last time I was here, I think it was 2.5 years ago. It's only 20 minutes away or 30 minutes away from my place. So today I wanted to show you Baden-Baden. I want to show you what I like about this town. There are a few things that I really love and miss about this town. Let me show you around. So I just arrived, and that is the main train station. Now you can see it. And if you arrive from the main train station, you have two options. You either take a taxi if no one is coming to pick you up. You either take a taxi or you take the bus. Everybody takes the bus from there. Even the locals are known to take the bus there. Yeah, so let's take a bus and go to the city center, and then I can show you the town from there. So like I told you, that is the main train station. Actually, Baden-Baden also has an airport. If you want to fly here, you can come from the airport to the main train station or to the town center using a bus or a taxi. So let me tell you a little bit about this town while I go to the town center. So the Romans discovered this town in the 19th century after they found hot springs springing or bubbling from the earth. So they decided to make it a spa town where the rich, the famous, and the queens came here to bathe in the water for medicinal purposes. So after that, a lot of people settled here, a lot of rich people settled here. So it is still a very expensive town to live in. And until now, things have been very, very expensive here, but things are also changing very fast. So guys, the bus was full, like totally packed. I was standing at the door because it's Easter, and yeah, everybody's outside. The sun is shining, it's beautiful weather, everybody wants to do something outside. So let's start with the church. So this is St. Bernhard Catholic Church, one of the many churches in Baden-Baden. So allow me to start you off with my favorite part of the town, and it is this park here. It is called LICHTENTALER ALLEE Park. It is really well manicured. The town invests a lot of money in keeping it this way. So the locals really enjoy sitting outside, and especially if the weather is nice like today. So you will see a lot of people sitting outside having their meals, or walking their dogs outside, or just strolling with their babies or their spouses. Yeah, it is really beautiful here when the weather is warm. So now I'm at the Kua House. Inside this Kua House is the famous casino, and a lot of people say it is one of the most beautiful in the world. Take a look at these photos and let me know what you think. So outside the Kua House is the Kua Garden, or the Kua Garden, and they keep it really nicely done here, and especially during summer, because they usually hold events and concerts here, especially on summer nights, and it's really beautifully done, and you cannot imagine the kind of people that perform here. I've been here a couple of times during summer. This is a hotel, Dorint, which is exactly next to the casino. So here is the theater in Baden-Baden, and you can also get a carriage ride. Do you see it? Yeah, but I've never done that. So let's approach the city center now, as I walk towards exactly the middle of the town, and where you see this stone, that is exactly the middle, and the water sprinkling like that. Hey, wait! There is my favorite restaurant in Baden-Baden. It's called Amadeus, and of course I had to go in and have my favorite thing, and I missed it a lot. Take a look. So I always came here on payday and ordered my favorite salad with everything in it and a glass of Prosecco, of course. So now that I am full and happy, let's continue with the tour. So you'll notice a lot of water and a lot of trees, and you do see behind this water there, that is a church that I was telling you about, the Evangelist Church. There is also a Russian church and many more churches and castles in Baden-Baden. And of course my favorite part is this, and this is the River Oss or Osbach. So River Oss is 25 kilometers long. It flows all the way from the Black Forest to a town called Rastatt, and along it are luxury hotels. Guys, this trip just reminds me of how much I used to love walking along this greenery, beautiful places. I used to live somewhere up there, like 10 minutes up there. It's a long way, but I used to live somewhere up there, and if I wanted to come to town and I had time, to the city center, and I had time, I just walked along this green, beautiful landscape, let me say. I used to love it a lot, and now I see why. So let's continue. Brenner's Hotel is the most expensive in Baden-Baden, and it is that one on the left side where you see red there. I wasn't allowed to film, so I had to take it from afar. And look at these photos. This is how it looks inside. I hear it has a Michelin restaurant and a really big, massive spa. I wasn't there, but one day I will. So before I get caught up, let's go back to the city center. So this is exactly opposite the restaurant that I was eating in, and I remember when I used to live here, I walked along this path a lot of times. I sat on these benches sometimes and I read a good magazine or a good book, and I spent a lot of time here, actually alone time, and I loved it. So on the right and on the left side are boutiques, expensive and luxury shops. So if you want to buy designer stuff, you can always get them on this street. Yes, and so what they do in Baden-Baden, most things don't have a price tag on them. It's like a motto here in Baden-Baden. They say if you have to ask for the price, you probably can't afford it. So this car here just came to a halt, and I had to look. So a lot of luxury shops in Baden-Baden, a lot of beautiful purses, a lot of beautiful dresses, a lot of beautiful everything. You kind of get the theme already the moment you get into Baden-Baden, that everything is just on its own level. So let me just stop there and just continue showing you Baden-Baden and the beautiful pieces. I loved this shop. I used to come here a lot just to see what is new, and the pieces just kept flying off the shelves like hotcake. So here are just some short clips that I took on the streets I liked and the buildings I loved. And there's also this spa here, Friedli Spa. It was also one of the spas that the Romans built here after they discovered the hot springs. So just showing you around, people enjoying themselves outside and having their meals. And lastly, showing you the rose garden, and it is beautiful. And sometimes they also try to come up with new roses on this garden. Thank you. So thank you so much guys for watching today's episode. I hope you like the scenery in Baden-Baden. I love it so much here. I think I'll be coming here more often now. So thank you for subscribing also. I'll see you on the next one.